Namaste beautiful souls, hope you all are doing great. If you like my videos, like my channel, please like, share, subscribe and comment and click on the bell icon so that you get notified of all my future videos. Now coming to today's topic. Today we shall be discussing about the astrological services which we provide. We shall be addressing few commonly asked questions, few common queries like what are the questions you can ask, what kind of answers you can expect, do's and don'ts, prerequisites, and how to utilize these services for your best at the best. And at the end we shall be discussing about the various modes and various ways with which we provide these services, right? So coming to prerequisites and do's and don'ts, there is only one thing which you need to be aware of, that is your exact date of birth, your month of birth, your year of birth, your exact time of birth, your place of birth. That's all. Name is not that important here. So yeah, these are the three things which you need to be aware of in case you are not sure about your time of birth. Then you can go for birth time rectification, where we ask certain questions to you about significant events of your life and certain incidents and chapters of your life, and we find out what is your exact time of birth. So you can go for birth time rectification in case you're not aware of your time of birth. But yes, knowing about your date, month and year and place of birth is of course important. Otherwise we cannot create your astrological chart, right? Now, and of course, one more thing, if you know your date, time of birth, approximate time of birth, in most of the cases, it doesn't matter if you know approx time of birth. Let's say that your exact time of birth is, let's say, 5:50, but you know that you think that it is 5:45. In most of the cases, that is fine, that is okay. But not in all the cases, because as nakshatras change, as degrees change, in many horoscopes, the entire destiny, the entire position and things change. So yes, in many of the horoscopes, it doesn't matter much, but yes, it's not the case for all the charts. Okay, so knowing your correct time of birth is really important if you want exact, accurate readings. Now, what kind of questions you can ask? As we had discussed in our tarot video, that astrological readings are very good. They are excellent if you want to know about your long-term future, like what will happen 10 years down the line, what will happen 20 years, 30 years down the line. And they are very good in answering questions which are there, like which you have been inheriting from your past life due to your karmas, or basically which are your destiny, which are destined for you. So you can ask those questions. For example, what career would give me more success, or when am I supposed to get married, what are the blockages in my career, my relationship, and any event, any incident in life, your family, your own self, like how are you as an individual, what are the emotions or what are the issues, either emotional, physical, mental, in any area, in any aspect which you are dealing and which you want to overcome. And of course you want to know the reason, karmic reasons of certain things, and the patterns which you have been inheriting from your past life, and what is the reason for that, what could have happened, what has happened which has created this karmic debts for you. Also, if you want to ask any spiritual questions, like can I advance in my spirituality, or can I go towards salvation, about any aspect, basically any aspect, yeah, you can ask your questions, basically the destined things for you, right? Also, if you want to know the auspicious yogas for you to start a new work, buy a new property, or by when you can buy a new property, or let's say you have plan, you have money, you have everything, but you just want to know what is the most auspicious time of buying this property, or going towards a particular thing, or getting married, anything, you can ask that as well. So basically you can ask anything. Now let me tell you what are the questions which you cannot ask, or basically the questions, if you ask, they will not give answers, like we cannot find answers to them through astrology. If you want to know feelings of a specific person towards you, even if you have their details, that doesn't matter. But of course, if you are married, or if that person has a close connection with you, like your sibling, your parent, mother or father, your in-laws, your spouse, of course, your children, so we can tell about them. But if you ask what are the feelings of my ex-spouse for me, or what are the feelings of my cousins for me, or what is the feeling of my boyfriend or my girlfriend for me, or my crush for me, that cannot be found out with astrology. We can know about you and people directly connected, like people who are destined in your life, like your spouse, your in-laws, your children, your parents, your siblings. So these are the destined relationships. And in case you want to ask about a specific person who is not a destined one, of course everyone is destined, nothing is coincidence, but feelings of another person and all such, energies of another person and all such things. And will my ex talk to me? My girlfriend is fighting with me, will she talk to me? These things can be predicted, but not that much accurate, because we do not exactly know that the person, the planets which are there in their chart and the planets which are there in your chart are about each other. Maybe someone else is more destined, who is meant to be there with you, or any experience is meant to be there with you, and these planets are depicting that. So these kind of energy based questions, current questions, or let's say you want to know exact answer of, if you want to, like, should I go there or not, or should I go to a meeting, and all that. Again, these things might not give accurate answers. Again, it depends on the question, because here in astrology we see the planets and then we predict the things. Let's say if you want to know that will a particular relationship last, so in that we can just see the planetary positions when you attracted that person in your life, and based on that we can predict. But again, it will be really good if you use runes or tarot or other divination, psychic readings basically, for these questions. Again, if you want to know that will I be successful in my interview tomorrow, again we can see the planetary positions, and based on that we can predict. If you want to know let's say, is option A good or option B good, let's say your horoscope about your career, let's say it shows that you will be into a medical field, right? There are a lot of professions in medical field, right? So your astrological chart will only show that yes, you will be in medical field, yes, you have chances of further studies, you have good chances of going into a proper mainstream medical field, or let's say something which is kind of not really mainstream, that we can say. But if you want to know that will I be a BAMS doctor or a BHMS doctor, or let's say, will I be a lab technician in this hospital or that hospital, that cannot be easily predicted, that cannot be predicted through astrology. For that you can go for, of course, psychic readings like tarot, your runes and all other things. So these are the only don'ts for that. Do not ask energy based questions and choice based questions. And coming to free will questions, which was thing in tarot and runes, which we discussed, that it doesn't pick up on the free will of the person, because nothing can intervene there, no positive energy can intervene there, no divine energy can intervene there, it is your choice. That is not the case in astrology, because astrology is all about destiny, what is created for you, what is destined for you, so astrology predicts that. Of course, you can use your free will to prove astrology wrong, that chart, that those planets wrong, in case there is a negative reading for you. Let's say, again we shall take example of this medical career. Let's say that you are really preparing for your mainstream medical field, but according to your chart it shows very less possibility. Still, using your free will, your determination, your willpower, you can make those planets strong, and then you can achieve what you want. And this is what is called as astrological remedies. There is always a scope for achieving what you want. And of course, your karmas play a major role, because karmas start from your thoughts. Karmas can be changed from your thoughts. Karmas can be created or cleansed from your thoughts. If you have good thoughts, you will have good karmas, and you can overcome any obstacle in the world, right? And all the remedies, okay, we shall cover that in another video, but in short, all the remedies in anything, like be it switch words, be it Vedic remedies, be it chantings, anything, be it donations, charity, if you look at them really closely, all are based on creating good thoughts and good karmas, because this is the only thing which can overcome all obstacles. So yes, if you get any negative rating in astrology, there is no need to be demotivated, because again, you have the gift of free will. You can change anything in the universe using the power of your mind, of course, but you should use it for the greater good, for the greatest good of everyone and for yourself, right? Do not intend anything bad, because karma is real. Okay, so you can create anything with your free will and with the astrological remedies which you provide. Let's say a planet is weak, which is causing obstacles, so we can strengthen our planet. If a planet is over aggressive, or again, because over aggressive planet or exalted planet in having negative aspect, and there are basically many things, so they create problems, so we can pacify those effects. So there's always a scope, so no need to be demoralized that, oh, it's not in my destiny, so I can never achieve. You can, of course you can, right? So again, And yes, if there is something which is totally impossible in your destiny, can you achieve that? Of course you can. But for that, you have to have a totally different level of mindset, totally in control of yourself. Your mind should be a slave to you. And your connection with the divine being should be something exceptional. Then you can overcome negative effects of anything. You can turn your destiny, you can turn the tables, you can just change your destiny. But for that, connection with divine and control over your mind is really important. But if you ask, is it possible? Of course it is. But are people able to do that usually? Are people able to change their destiny? Not. No, they are not. Because we all are normal humans, right? We are unable to, our mind is not in our control. We don't have that exceptional connection with divine, right? We all have, it's just about realization. Okay, so this is the thing about astrological readings. Please ask destiny based questions, and if there is any negative reading, don't get demoralized. Ask for the remedies, or if there are no remedies possible, many a times if a certain thing is not at all in your destiny, then remedies also are not possible. And astrologer will maybe tell, oh, there are multiple things, there are 5 planets which are out of order for this. I'm using layman terms here. There are 5 planets which are malefic or out of order here, so do this. They'll tell you hundreds of remedies. So in that case, you can understand that, okay, it is something which is not in my destiny, but of course I can achieve it using power of mind. So don't get demoralized. Use it as a guidance. Again, astrology, you can take past life readings using astrology, like what happened in your past life which is causing certain experiences in your current life. Of course, you can know each and every detail about that. But yes, not everyone does past life readings. There are few learned astrologers who have expertise in this past life department, I would say. So they are able to easily predict your past life using astrology. Right. So now coming to how we do the things and what are the what are the astrological readings we provide. So we provide past life astrology readings. We provide a single horoscope reading, like you can come and show your chart or any of your loved ones' chart. We also do matchmaking, like if you want to get married or if you just want to know the compatibility between 2 people, then of course you can get your horoscopes checked, like 2 horoscopes, couple horoscopes. And in case you are married and let's say that you did not get your horoscopes checked then, and it is there's an, or maybe even if you got checked but there is issue in your married life, and then we have again we do it in a different way, where we match the planets and various things, and then we see what can be the best possible solution for the couple. So it is reading for married couple and unmarried couples. It is matchmaking. It is single horoscope reading for any area of your life, and it is past life reading. You can time period is 40 minutes, 40 to 45 minutes, and you can ask unlimited number of questions in that time span. Either you can send your questions and we shall share the answers in recorded form, or it is also available through audio call as well. So you can ask your questions there and there. Both the options are available. So this is how we do the readings. We provide the readings. And again, what not to ask. Most important thing. Please do not ask birth or death questions. When am I going to die? When is so-and-so person going to die? Please don't ask those questions. Gender. I'm pregnant. Will I have a girl or a boy? Please don't ask these questions. I have purchased a lottery. Will I win that? Of course, planets, favorable planets can show you the possibility, but there is no chance of there is no guarantee of accuracy here. And of course, legal and medical questions are selective, same as with tarot and other divination readings. It depends on what kind of question you can ask. I take selective questions for medical legal thing, right? So these are the things, but of course, please do not ask any negative questions also. When is that person going to suffer? Will that person get their karma back? Please don't ask that negative questions, right? Rather, you should ask, what can I do to improve my life? What can I do to be the happiest person, to achieve my goals, right? So please ask positive and constructive questions. So this is about the astrological services which we provide. If you have any doubts, any queries, feel free to comment below and I shall be more than happy to help you with answers. And take care, stay blessed. Till we meet again.